Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, naked face, I'm going to be doing a first impressions today, and it is of the Too Faced Air Buffed BB Creme. This is supposed to be a complete coverage makeup with a broad spectrum of SPF 20 sunscreen in it. I got it in the color Vanilla Glow. I think there's like 5 or 6 colors you can choose from, maybe like 5. It comes like this. The packaging comes like this. Very cute. This is the label on the bottom. It has 28 grams in it, and it's 0.98 ounces. This cost me $25, I want to say $25 or $30 at Ulta. Now I don't put any of my makeup on when I do, you know, my first impressions and stuff like that. I don't believe in, I just prep my face like I normally would. I used my facial primer that I always use from Mother Earth Creations, because I feel like if you just put this product on your face without prepping your face, I don't really feel like that's a good first impression, because you want to do it like you would normally do your makeup, right? So if I just put this on a face that was not washed, not moisturized, not prepped, well, I wouldn't normally put the makeup on like that. So if it doesn't hold up or something like that, then I just don't really feel like that's a good first impression. You should do it like you would normally do your makeup. Anyway, so it comes with this cute little compact brush, whatever, this cute little brush, and this is very cute. It's very soft, it's very dense, it's very short. What I've read in the reviews, I'm gonna do like half my face, or try to do half my face with this brush, is that this brush did not get good reviews. So I don't know why it didn't, but it didn't. So I'm also going to post a video below for everybody who's done first impressions. I've seen a lot of first impressions on this makeup, and Too Faced actually has a video on how you should apply this. So, and with some tips and tricks. So I've watched the first impressions, other first impressions, and I've seen them do it totally wrong. So I'm sort of like, okay, that's not how they say to do it. Now, I do a lot of research, I tend to, so maybe it's just me being, you know, my OCD self, but this is what they tell you to do. So you open up this, and the reason I bought this, I'm just going to give you a little rundown. The reason I bought this is because I intend to use this with my Mally Pore Defender mattifier. I don't like powder makeup, and especially when you are, I shouldn't say I don't like powder makeup. I don't like putting a lot of powder on my face, especially when you're older like I am. Older. I'm not that old. I'm not ancient, but on more mature skin, I just think powder tends to look cakey. I don't like having to reapply powder all the time. So anyway, that's the reason. So I figured, I have a lot of BB creams. This just totally intrigued me. So I've never tried an actual cream, you know, compact like this. I will open it up so you guys can see it. This is a very dense, you can see I did a little swatch on it, but it's a very dense compact, and the cream is very dense in there. So this is what I was told to do, is to really pat the product into the brush like this to deposit it. I guess you could swirl if you want to swirl. I don't know. And then you're supposed to just go, down, get like a really good amount, go down your T-zone, and probably do this on camera, because you don't have to be perfect, but get a really good amount down your T-zone, down your nose, in this area, on your chin. And see, obviously, I don't apply my, my lipstick, all that other stuff, because you're just going to get product on it anyway. And this is a cream to powder, so it's supposed to be very light on the face. Okay, now can you see what the brush looks like right now? I don't know. So then what you're supposed to do, if you can see any of the product, see how it's kind of settling into my pores? I don't know if I'm really liking that, but let's buff it out. This brush, I also bought another brush, just so you know. So there's quite a bit of product like on my forehead. So I am just going to use the product that is on there and just buff it out, especially on one side of my face. I am not liking this brush at all. It's too small. It's really too small to give you any kind of sort of coverage at all. Okay, so let's just buff, 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 buff. Just on this one side of my face. And then she said you should like take a sponge and do little touch-ups for areas that you need more. Like right here, I had a huge pimple. I don't know if you saw that. Well, it's the remnants of a pimple. So you could take a beauty blender or whatever and really kind of just pat the areas that need a little more. Or if you have under eye bags. Okay, so this is the side of my face right here with the BB cream. Now, I know on camera it looks quite decent. I am finding it to accentuate my fine lines under here, kind of caking into them. I think I would definitely use a beauty blender in there. Full coverage, I don't know. It's kind of hard because it's really not all that workable, I'm finding. It's okay. I like it on this area of my face right here, on my cheek area, but that's an area that does not have like a whole lot of issues. My nose area tends to be very dry, and I'm finding, let me see if you guys can see this. Can you see where it's settled in to the fine lines? And I don't know if you can see around my nose where it's a little dry. It just seems, I don't know. Let's do the other side of my face with the other brush that I got. Since, like I said, I didn't hear great things about this brush. From far away, it looks good. You know, it covers this pretty decently. I mean, I think I would have to put a little concealer over that also, but I mean, as far as full coverage, I got this Real Technique brush. This is supposed to be used with cream or liquid. So I'm going to try this one, see if this works any better. And I noticed too with the brush that comes with it, it does deposit, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's a little hair in there. It does deposit some of the bristles into the compact. So that's always a no-no, right? Okay. So now I'm just going to use this brush, which definitely does the job. Oh, see, I like this much better. I like this brush much better. This brush is actually less coverage, but it's just nicer. It's a nicer application. Not as much, you know, settling into my fine lines or anything like that. So, this is more of like a this is a much lighter application using this Real Technique brush. Lighter coverage, but I like it better. Okay, so this is the side with the Real Technique brush. Now, as you can see, if my camera will focus, I always have issues right here around my nose where it's just quite dry. I don't know. I just always have those issues. But this is the side using the brush that they gave, and this is the side using the Real Technique brush. Now, I'm just going to blend it all out using the Real Technique brush. I think you have to be careful with this product as to not use too much. It's kind of caking up around my eyebrows, around my nose, for sure. You can see that. There you go. So you can see right here, it's definitely caking. So maybe going in with a wet beauty blender at this point would help to sort of, but it's kind of blotchy. I don't know. Does it look blotchy to you guys? I mean, I think it's decent. Do I think it's worth, I mean, for full coverage, it should have covered my blemish. Absolutely. Like, you know, to have to go back and then use a concealer on that, I don't consider that full coverage. You know, I mean, but for it to be a cream. Okay, so this is, I will give you my pros and cons on this. Okay, definitely I would not, my pros, the packaging is adorable. It's super cute. It's super portable, which is really nice. So if you need to do touch-ups during the day, you don't have to, you know, worry about a liquid and putting it on your hand and then blending it in, that kind of thing. As far as, it's a really dense cream. So I don't know, even, you know, I'm going to have to play around with this, but I love putting my makeup on with my brushes. I don't have a real beauty blender yet, so you know, I'm not huge on the beauty blenders as of right now. But I think maybe for something like this, just to wet it and just kind of really even everything out. Maybe to place, you know, a little more product here. I mean, it did a decent job. It did okay, you know, with my little face demon there. But, so the pros are, I love the portability. I love the packaging. I'm a sucker for packaging. It did an okay job. I really feel as this wears, I will come back in a couple hours and let you see. I'm not, you know, I won't touch it and see if it's really creased into my lines here. My, you know, the fact that I can really see my lines here, and this is kind of far away from the camera. You know what I mean? You can still see them. Don't really like that. So I have a feeling as the time goes on, it's just all going to kind of suck into those. So we will see how it holds up, breaks down. Definite con would be the brush. I mean, this brush is, to me, kind of useless. You could probably use it for something else. Maybe a contour brush or something to that effect. But to apply this product, absolutely not. It's just kind of ridiculous. I don't really enjoy this brush. This brush works much, much better in blending this product, but it also produces a much lighter effect. Is just apply a little more and just really kind of see how buildable this is. Like, does this get ridiculous when you try to build it? Or, you know what I mean? Or does it just totally cake when you try to build this? Or does it blend and is it buildable? I mean, I think when they say full coverage, what they are speaking of, this really, like, blends into my skin very, very well. When they say full coverage, it's almost like because it's a cream compact that it's just, you know, labeled full coverage. It's not necessarily full coverage in a good way. Okay, this definitely, the second application, I wanted to love this too. This may be going back to Ulta. I'm sorry. Let's see if you can see close up. Okay, can you see this around my mouth? See how cakey that is? Absolutely cakey. My nose, so cakey. It's ridiculous. My eyes, I really think, see, it's kind of like settling into my fine lines. The side that I use the Real Technique brush with, though, definitely much better than this side. It's just not, got my eyeball. It's not very workable. I am not loving this whatsoever. And I'm really disappointed because I really did want a compact. And it does feel, a lot of people said, oh, it feels very natural. It feels, you know, very weightless on your skin. That's not true. It doesn't. It feels, it definitely feels like I have makeup on. Like, no two ways about it. You know, it's not like super, super duper, like, oh, I feel like I'm wearing a mask, but I definitely feel like I do have makeup on. I don't know, guys. I'll be back in a couple hours and let you know what I think. You know, from far away, it's okay. If you're doing videos, that kind of stuff, it's okay. Close up, hell no. I mean, it is filling into every single one of my pores. Let me tell you, close again. It's filling up, see, over here? into every single one of my pores. It's so cakey around my mouth. No matter how much I seem to blend, it's almost like once it's hit that point of drying to a powder, forget it. Like, it's kind of like it's just glued there. It's stuck there. But I'll be back a little later to let you know, like, see how it transforms. Does it oxidize on my skin? Does it, I think maybe because it has the SPF in it, but this claims to prime. So supposedly I didn't need to use a primer. Obviously, if I'm getting this kind of cakiness and stuff without even a primer, that's a lie. Mattifies, yeah, it mattifies, I mean, I can still see a little oiliness kind of around here, and I did use quite a lot on my forehead, so, I can still see a little bit. Brightens, no, I don't think it brightens at all. I don't think there's any bright luminesque. I don't look like I'm glowing from within. No, I don't think that is true. And protects. Well, obviously, if it has an SPF, it's going to protect. Loving this product? No. As of right now, no. We will be back, and I will show you how it has held up. But when I look at it in the mirror, it's kind of gross, to be honest with you. Like, anybody who would be looking at me face to face, talking to me, would be like, girl, what did you glob on your face? So, because it really is, there you go. Look at that, especially right there. Look at that. Oh my God. It's just, look, and right here, holy crap. Like, it's horrendous. So you guys know, I'm like, my big, huge, handy dandy phone. It is now 7:49 p.m. So I'll be back probably about 11-ish and 8, 9, 10. Yeah, in about 3 hours and let you know, what's going on. What's the dealio? Okay. Talk to you later. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. It's now, what time is it? I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. It is now 11:36 here. In Connecticut. So it's been about 3.5 hours. And I'm going to try to make this really quick. This sucker right here is going back to Ulta. It is horrendous. Let me tell you, okay, if you look at my skin, look it is accentuated every single pore, every single line. It is a big cakey mess. It is horrible. I mean, my oils have popped through. Okay, so what it claims to do, primes. No, it doesn't. Look at this. Look how horrible this is. Does it prime? No, it doesn't prime. If I did not put a primer on this, I am so cakey and everything that if I did not put a primer, I mean, it would have been horrendous. So it doesn't prime. Does it conceal? No, it accentuates every single fine line I have. Look at that. It is so gross. It's like I'm wearing a mask. It is not weightless like it claims. Look at around my lips. Oh my God. It is so awful. I wish it would focus better. Mattifies? I was going to say yes, but you know what? I can see my oils popping through. Like, no. So it doesn't even mattify. This is only 3.5 hours later. Brightens? Absolutely not. Does not brighten. In fact, I think it dulls my skin. And protects. The only thing it does is protect because it has an SPF in it. But let me tell you, I need to take this off my face because it's actually giving me this slight burning sensation. Oh my God. I don't have sensitive skin. I don't like this at all. It is horrible. Do not waste your money on this product. This is, well, of course, it's just my personal opinion, but if you have more mature, combination skin, whatever, this product does nothing that it claims. This is going back to Ulta. It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. This is has to be one of the most horrible products I have ever tried. Like, honestly. I'm trying to just sit still. There you go. So you could really see. It's horrible. Don't like it at all. I did not touch my face. I did a couple loads of laundry. Look at all the oil coming through. It does nothing of this. Look at all of my wrinkles showing, my fine lines. I could not wear makeup and look better. You guys have seen me not wear makeup and look better. Horrible. Going back. 2 thumbs down. Absolutely worst product ever. That's my first impression. There will not be a second impression, guys, let me tell you. So I will talk to you later. Bye. I love you guys. I gotta be honest. You guys know me. Honesty. Always. Horrible. No, no.